selling puppies for years has today been sentenced for animal abuse. The jail time is for assaulting an SPCA officer. The sentence has outraged her partner, who was also sentenced for abuse. He is not going to jail, and he doesn't think that Benoit should be jailed either. His anger erupted in the courtroom and then spilled out onto the courthouse steps. Here is CTV's Jacqueline Foster with an exclusive look at what happened.
The yelling started inside the courtroom and didn't end there.
In that jail.
There was no hiding Dana Bailey's frustration after sentencing in Digby Provincial Court.
There's been a murder trial in this province. You people haven't covered not one of them. You haven't covered not one.
He was escorted out of the courtroom and outside after an angry outburst. Bailey's partner, Gail Benoit, collapsed on the courtroom floor after being told she was going to jail for 21 days for assaulting this SPCA officer.
That's one thing I'd like to emphasize on their behalf. The animal cruelty did not attract any period of incarceration.
What did was the fact Gail Benoit had faced similar convictions in the past, and the judge felt the message wasn't getting through. Bailey and Benoit were found guilty of animal cruelty in January, following the seizure of 10 puppies from their home back in October 2007. That's when Benoit was charged with assault. On the animal cruelty conviction, the two were fined $1,500 each, and they must pay about $2,500 in restitution.
That Judge Badia wanted to make sure that fine was significant enough that it really sent the message that this behavior will not be tolerated and that there are consequences under the Act.
The Nova Scotia SPCA wanted the couple banned from owning animals, but the judge said there was no jurisdiction in this case to enforce one.
This is something that's been going on, and I don't expect it to stop until there is a legal prohibition from owning and care control of animals.
Earlier this week, a farmer from Spa Springs, Nova Scotia, was banned from owning animals for 7 years and sentenced to 10 months house arrest. This after more than 100 cattle were seized from his Annapolis Valley farm 3 years ago.
You heard what I'm telling you? I want to see it all on the news. I don't want to see no clips. Why does Gail have to go to jail for a dog that had worms that people told us that they friggin' well wormed him, and our understanding was that you couldn't worm him for a couple weeks or 3 weeks later? We had the dogs 2 days. She has to go to jail, but everybody else can have cattle, and they can twist the heads off animals, if I must say it. Literally twist their heads off them and get nothing.
People who say they've bought sick or dying puppies from Bailey and Benoit were at court to hear the outcome.
Well, I think it was well deserved and a long time in coming.
The couple's lawyer says he doesn't know whether Bailey and Benoit will continue to run their puppy business.
Anything happens to Gail, you'll SPCA and the whole work, you're going to be able to.
Jacqueline Foster, CTV News, Digby, Nova Scotia.
It was a